Good people, today this is a very interesting video. Leo nataka tuongelee some very amazing cars. Of course, we are talking about the very popular Mazda Demio, and then of course on this side we have a new vehicle. This is a 2020 Toyota Yaris, and this is a perfect review because hizi gari zinaenda head on, na pia ukiangalia mwenyewe these cars ziko almost on the same size, same engine sizes, a different transmission hapa na pale, and almost both of the cars zinataka kufanya the same thing, but it does all those things differently. This is a modern car, while this one focuses more on practicality. And believe me not, this car has better fuel economy than this one. But when it comes to practicality, this is a bit more practical than this. So by the end of this video, you should be able to decide which car would be a perfect choice for you. But najua kuna mahali kidogo hapo tutavutana, because in terms of price, this 2019 Mazda Demio, we want 1.6 million shillings negotiable, while this 2020 Toyota Yaris, we are requesting for 1.65 million shillings, and that is majorly because of the year. Now, I know there are some people diehards wa Mazda kama mimi, I'll always go for this. And then of course, kuna wale legends wenye wanapenda Toyota, come rain, come sunshine, they'll always go for this. But in this review, tunataka tufanye tu kweli, tuangalie kati ya hizi gari mbili, which would be the perfect vehicle for you. In Mazda Demio, and this is a wine red, ama mnapenda kuita soul red. It's a very, very beautiful vehicle. Right now in the Kenyan market, it's unbeatable. The likes of Toyota Vitz zimeanza kupotelea mbali. Nissan Note watu waioni. Suzuki Swift pia nayo imeanza kupotea. Simply because this car is here. Now, ladies, men, everyone wants a Mazda Demio. And remember, there is the new version of the Mazda Demio, which is the Mazda 2. Na hiyo pia inatesa vibaya sana. You can actually go to my channel and watch a full review of a Mazda Demio. On this other side, if you're looking for a car that is reliable, fuel efficient, and also very practical, and all round, if you want something that is not very common on the Kenyan roads, this would be a perfect vehicle for you. But now it would all come down to the specs and the features that you get on the vehicle. So again, we'll start with this. This one is powered by a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol that gives you a total of 110 horsepower, which is quite good for this, and you get an average of 16 to 18 kilometers per liter. All that 110 horsepower is sent through the front wheels via a 6-speed automatic transmission, and also you get a 6-speed manual transmission. So kwa mambo mafuta 16 to 18 kilometers per liter for a car of 1500cc, awesome. On this side, you have a 1.5 liter petrol engine, 4-cylinder also, naturally aspirated, and this one gives you an average of 15 to 16 kilometers per liter. That engine gives you a total of 106 horsepower, and that power is sent also to the front wheels via a CVT transmission, or you can go also for a 6-speed manual transmission. So both cars unaweza pata manual transmission, but now on the automatic part, this is auto, this is a CVT, and I know there's a catch there. Watu wengine wanapenda automatic sana, watu wengine they trust the Toyota CVT because it has been there for a while now. It's very reliable. Almost all Toyotas hizi ndogo ndogo wanatumia CVT, and we don't get all those issues. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and make sure of course share with your friends, so that each and every time wakiona hizi videos wanapata kujua what is happening in the market. And yeah, that's it. If you are new, make sure you subscribe, because this is what we do on a daily basis. So I'll take the camera, nionyeshe all these two cars, nitawapeleka ndani pole pole, alafu at the end of the video you tell me which car is a perfect choice for you. So see. So first things first, let us get a 360-degree view of the both of these cars. And for Mazda Demio tumekuwa tukiangalia sana, so you guys actually know how it looks like. So this one iko na full LED headlights, daytime running lights, no fog lights on this. This is not the highest grade. And then of course pale mbele kuko sawa, you get the typical Mazda finishing. Hapo unapata steel wheels with the wheel cups. Of course you get your winter tires, of which you'll need to change here in Kenya. Here itakufaa sana, especially when it's raining. On the side you just get a beautiful design. Look at this, look at how amazing Mazda Demio looks like. And as you head towards the rear side kidogo, it becomes larger on the rear side to give you better headroom and also better storage capacity on the boot section. Na ukikuja huku nyuma, you get the typical Mazda Demio look. Very, very good car, nicely done, perfect in each and every way. You get a mix of LED and bulb technology on the rear lights. Hapo umekumbusha, this is a Demio. alafu kumeandikiwa Sky Active Technology. For the new Mazda 2 utaandikiwa Mazda 2 alafu hapa wamekuandikia Sky Active G. And nasikia sahii the almost 2023 market kwenda mbele utakuwa unapata Sky Active X, which is an improved version of the Sky Active G. Now let us talk about the Toyota Yaris on the rear side. Honestly, ukijaribu compare hivi kidogo, the Toyota Yaris looks to be a bit or slightly higher or slightly elevated. Ama ni the ground. Is it this cars really on a balanced ground, because this one inanikalia ni kama iko na bit of height as compared to this. But tutajua msema ukweli once we get into the interior of these cars. So hapa pia kuna taillight fiti, though it looks unfinished, ni kama ilikuwa inatengenezwa alafu wakaamua tuachie hapo because it doesn't look complete. Naangalia this one looks to be half done, of which to me ilikuwa inanikalia like the entirety of it ilikuwa inafaa kuwa finished, because if you clearly look at the Toyota Yaris Sport, you realize that hii part yote yenye ni black, it has a strip of LED taillight, na pia the taillight pia ina cut into the boot section up to somewhere here. So for this, I think because this is just the Yaris ni gari ndogo, hii ni kadudu, so wameamua okay, we'll not do much, we'll save on the costs. Now ukikuja from the side utaona hii ni kama iko crampy kidogo, alafu kamefura haraka sana, because you can see the roof slopes rapidly towards after just the front seat. Tunaangalia kamepanda juu kidogo alafu inakuwa flat kiasi and then it comes down nicely. Huku mbele everything looks nice. Pia in terms of ground clearance it's decent. And then of course ukikuja huku mbele that's where the game changes. Hii unapata iko na a lot of bulb hapa na pale, though the main headlight ni projector, but iko na the yellow tint ama the orange tint, I don't know why. Iko na parking light hapo, na pia unaona uko na turn signal, of which zote mbili zinatumia the bulb technology. No fog lights on this. Kama unataka extra features kama fog light, maybe you can go for the Yaris Sport or the Yaris high trim. For Mazda Demio you get your full LED. Unaangalia kuna LED projector, LED daytime running lights, alafu pale tu kuna your bulb technology on your turn signals. This one also doesn't come with fog lights. For the highest trim utapata iko na fog light pia. And both cars iko na front sensors to ensure safety all through. And then both cars lacks front cameras. So these cars are on the same level. Angalia hapa mbele no front camera, and also on this side you don't get a front camera. So hii gari hapo mbele zimematch vizuri, wanapelekana head to head, wametunyima vitu nyingi, but yes, this is what it is. Now nataka tuingie ndani tuangalie, and then we come to the Mazda Demio. I know you guys mmeangalia Demio sana, so it would be better if we start with the Yaris. Watu wangu ya Toyota najua already hii gari mshaipatia max vibaya sana. I know you guys love your things. Mimi mtu wangu Mazda kama kawaida, mtu wa bima, angalia huku. Tuko hapa, this Mazda CX-5, hii pia imeuzwa. So fanya usafi hapa na pale and then itoke soko. Huku kwingine kuna the likes of Toyota Hiace, kuna Toyota Noah, kuna Hiace zingine, kuna another Noah, that is a Voxy, sorry. Ile ni Noah, kuna Toyota Fielder, kuna a few other cars za kufanya trade in hapa, kuna KDR, kuna KDJ, Axio, this Nissan Note, kuna Fielder WXB, and so many other cars on the rear side pale. Okay, so if you need any other car apart from what we are showing you guys, there are so many cars there. Kuna Toyota Allion, kuna Mazda Tenza mbili, the black one in review in my last video, kuna the red wine, watu wa Uber, kuna Daihatsu Mira, kuna Toyota Sienta, kuna Toyota Passo, and so many other cars zinawangoja mtu wangu. So if you are ready or if you are looking for any other car, this is the right place for you. Okay, so without wasting so much time, let us now look at the interior of this Toyota Yaris. Starting from the door, this is what you get. A simple, clean design, no luxury features. It's just the basic stuff yenye unahitaji kwa gari iko. Yeah, so you basically get a bit of plastic hapa na pale. Unaangalia on this side, but a bit of, is this fabric? What is this material? This is plastic, lakini tu imekata ka coating ya some poly whatever material hapo, which not very fancy, but for a car of this nature, yeah, iko hapo. Alafu of course plastic, the housing ya the door space all plastic, and of course wamekuwekea tu openly that this is the basic plastic. Power door controls hapo, door handles, central lock yako iko hapa, and then on this other side uko na door bins with a nice speaker, not the largest but iko sawa. And then of course the door bins in extend up to somewhere here, so I can say it's good, no complaints about it. Iko sawa. Now about the cockpit, this is how the cockpit of the car looks like. In terms of the seats are just basic as much as possible. Yeah, Toyota, they are saving on the cost of production. Wataki kukwekea all the fancy features because it is what it is. So the headrest is fused with the body of the seats. Naangalia venye kuko sawa, huku kwingine kuko fiti, manual adjustable seats also, which is still very much okay. And ukiwa umekaa hapa ndani, so once you're seated inside here, this is basically what you get. I'm getting mixed reactions on this. I'm not sure what to say, but it doesn't look very futuristic, and also at the same time it doesn't look that bad. I think it's just a very good design. Ukianza na hapa, you get your air vents, which looks good. Pale juu kuna extra speaker. Ukishuka huku chini, you have a few more stuff. Unaangalia kuna your poverty buttons on this side. Tulisema these are poverty buttons kwa sababu there are some features which should have been placed here lakini hazijawekwa. Controls for the headlights, venye unataka zikuwe, and then on this side you can leave it on to ensure that the lights go on themselves when ikianza kuwa giza giza zenyewe zitaji switch on. On the steering wheel looks modern to me, though it's not the highest grade. Kuna plastic hapa, some soft plastic material on the steering wheel, which is okay. Kuna controls for the infotainment system on the left side of the steering wheel. You can even receive your phone from here. Speech recognition system iko hapo, so you can give commands to the infotainment system ikufanyie a few things, okay? And then on this side kuna adaptive cruise control, so this is actually a very good feature. And for this, kwa hiyo Demio, you have to go for the high grade for you to get adaptive cruise control. But this is a basic car and you get your adaptive cruise control, so this is actually nice. Now, in terms of the clusters, you get all digital clusters on this, and of course unaangalia inakuonyesha the car is in park. Your RPM meter is on this side. Alafu hapa iko na the speedometer, and then itakuonyesha the fuel gauge, yeah, how much fuel is remaining, oil temperatures and all that. Sawa. So inanipatika vibes ya Suzuki Swift huwa anapenda kutumia this rotary dials hapa, of which in this car it's okay. Alafu pia hapo chini, let us just switch on this vehicle. Naangalia hapo. What has happened this? Yes, so this is how the car is. Unaangalia huko kwingine venye kuko, shows you the doors are open, all digital. Kama ume activate cruise control, hiyo ndio venye kuko. Hapa kwingine uko na lane departure assist. Those are all the other notifications. It shows you the car is in park. Okay, ume switch on your headlights, it will show up on this side over here. So basically that's it. Alafu pia if you need to adjust the steering wheel, you have this lever here. You just push it down and then of course you can lower or raise the height of the steering wheel. Okay, so that's very good. Push to start button. Next to it is a large infotainment system. Unaangalia venye kuko. I think this one is where hii inapata max kushinda Mazda Demio in terms of size. But in terms of practicality and usability, that one could be a bit better, but let us just check that. So you have your home button. I like the fact that you have the physical touch buttons on the side of the steering wheel, of the infotainment system, and of course you have other things. So in case umevaa gloves ama imemwagikiwa maji, you can actively press all those buttons together. So it is actually good looking. So you can do a number of controls, kuongeza volume yako hapo, you can change the language and all that, which is very much okay. Your hazard button sits here. You also have some nice air vents, storage space for your phone, maybe kama uko na simu yako unaweza weka hapa. And for the Yaris Sport, this has a wireless charger. Centralized AC controls, which is pretty good. USB port over there, kamoja ya kucharge your accessories. Another storage space on the lower side, and of course you can put your car key there. And this key fob is too big for this car. Anyway, 12-volt output on that side. And from what you're noticing here, most of the things here are ikona plastic hapa na pale. So you have your gear shifter for the CVT transmission. What does B stand for? Is it brake? Yeah, anyway. Now manual handbrake, and of course you have your driving mode select over here, and then on this side unapata traction control button, 2 cup holders and a smaller tray on this side. On the rest of the dashboard uko na a bit more of spaces ya kuweka a few things. And then of course on this side you have your glove compartment where you can put a few things. So ukiwa umeweka vitu huko, kumbuka in case of an accident these will be projectiles, yeah, you should shoot down on you vibaya sana, so you better keep these spaces empty. The front seat pia iko the same as the driver seat, not the most impressive seat. I don't, okay, niliambia niache kwa bust, but I don't like this seat, though they are not bad in terms of comfort. Ziko sawa, you can still drive this car nicely without complaints, but we'll compare it to what we get in a Mazda Demio. Now let us check out the rear side of the vehicle, and before we do that quickly, hapa katikati uko na controls for the lighting. This is the lighting for the interior. They are a bit dull, but yeah, for a car like this I think the battery pia si kubwa sana, so hawataiwekea bulbs zenye inahitaji a lot of power to switch it on. Now when it comes to the rear side, this is basically what you get. Checky, look at this. The seats are ziko tu venye ziko. That's how it is. Nothing fancy, nothing luxurious. So once you sit inside here, but yeah, of course the seats are very comfortable. This is good. Even though it's not the best, the seats feels comfortable to me. And then of course pia in terms of the legroom, kama ni msee mrefu, if you are tall, I'm sorry, this might not be your car. Yeah, this is a personal car. Hii ni gari unanunua utumie mwenyewe, wewe, your kids, wewe, spouse wako, your kids and all that. Hii ya kubeba watu wazima, because of course as you can see with decent spacing on the front, ukisukuma hiyo kiti mbele kidogo, you get some amazing space, so you can still sit well here comfortably. For people of my size, this is a perfect choice for you guys. Sawa. Now let me show you the boot section, tuangalie how much space utapata hapa nyuma. And ukiwa hapa, this is it. This is the space that you get here. Not the largest. I think you get 350 liters of space. Hapo unapata your pressure pump and all the other things. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's a small car, so you don't expect a ton of space on this, which of course to me it's very much okay. In terms of the tires, hii imekewa aftermarket alloys, of which kawaida huwa inakuja na steel wheels, and the size on this is 15-inch alloys ama 15-inch tires. Ground clearance sio mzuri sana. I think for a small kadudu like this, for this ground clearance, it will work in the Kenyan road, so you don't need to worry that much. Iko sawa. And then of course unaangalia on the rear side, the angle of departure is quite impressive. So now let us check out the Mazda Demio. Let us see what the Mazda Demio offers. Haya, tumemazana Toyota Yaris. Acha nionyeshe mjomba hapo. Huyu, this is a very serious car. The last time I mentioned it nikaita kadudu, and some of you were very furious. You don't call Demio kadudu. Demio is a very powerful car. They told me that this is a Mazda 6.5 ikiwa na ngozi ya kondo. Okay, so it's a very aggressive car, especially if you go for the 1.5 liter turbo diesel. That car is amazing. So from the front unapata your headlights, tumeongelea 15-inch tires also. Inakuja na steel wheels with alloys, but remember for premium Mazda Demios, you will notice that it usually comes with so many extra features than the regular ones. So having talked about Mazda Demio for so long, let us now jump into the interior, tuangalie ndani kukoaje. So you get your keyless entry, and of course ukikuja hapa kwa mlango, pia nayo iko na bit of plastic kama the other vehicle. Even plastic in fabric, plastic housing hapa, plastic door handles, door bins, and of course you get a larger speaker. And if you compare the quality of the speaker on this na quality of speaker on the Toyota Yaris, hii inapiga hiyo Yaris vibaya sana. I know you guys do know that Mazdas, when it comes to the infotainment quality, they are way and above almost all the other cars. The seat quality also on the Mazda is quite good. Kidogo the presentation on their seats venye imetengenezwa in general outlooks, this one feels a bit more premium, not the most premium, but compare na ile, this one feels a bit more upscale. Kuna headrest of which ina detach from the rest of the body of the seat. Huko chini manual adjustable seats which are very much okay. And ukiwa umekaa hapa, this is what you get. This is basically what you get. Of course, you can see the clusters has so many features here and there. 117,000 kilometers mileage. The other one ilikuwa 90 something. I did not get the mileage on that vizuri. And of course on this unapata analog clusters. So that is where mahali Mazda imelala chini kidogo. Instead of the digital wamekupatia analog clusters, which hapo kidogo Toyota watatuchekelea sana. Okay? But other than that, I think Mazda bado tuko mbele. You have a nice steering wheel here. This is also plastic finish on the steering wheel. You also get controls for the infotainment system. Alafu on this, we are missing cruise control, which is a very crucial part of highway driving. So the Yaris wametupiga na cruise control and a few other things, but Mazda Demio we have our own points. Air vents, several controls for the car, including idling stop, lane departure assist, traction control, and you can activate your sensors using that button there. Okay, so mtu akipark too close to you, mtu akipita pale mbele kishagala bagala, the car will warn you instantly. Extra speaker, no heads-up display on this because this is a basic trim. A large infotainment system. Hapo kuna air vents, of course. Additional air vents, hazard button, plastic finish. For the high trim, unapata na synthetic leather with amazing stitches on them. This one comes with heated seats, of which pale kwa Yaris hakuna kitu kama hiyo. The ACs are good. I think this also comes to what you like. The other one inaka modern kidogo. This one pia inaka modern in its own way, even though haina display like the other one. The other one has a very beautiful display on the AC. Hii haina. Hii ni kienyeji. This is a kienyeji style, but it is okay. Ni gari kako sawa sana, all right? Yeah, so typically for Mazda, this is it. Yeah, for the higher grade Mazdas ndio utapata iko na some sort of display, but for hizi ndogo ndogo hakuna kitu, but we are good, we are okay. We are okay, no complaints about it. Gear shifter for your 6-speed automatic. We said you also get 6-speed manual, which is actually very practical na zinapatikana locally pia in the Kenyan market. Your key fob for Mazda, very typical, but for the 2020 market kwenda mbele or models kwenda mbele, the key fob have changed. You have your SD card slot, 2 USB slots, auxiliary output, and 12-volt output to ensure that all your accessories remains powered. Controls for the infotainment system, manual handbrake, 2 cup holders over here, and of course you have another storage space on the rear side of the center console. The dashboard is nicely done, but ile pia ilikuwa na at least some bit of spaces where you can put some accessories if need be. You also have a nice glove compartment, which is okay. And the front passenger seat also is manually adjustable, just like the driver's seat. So it is what it is. It's still very much okay. On the top side, rear view mirror, and then of course you have LED lighting for the interior. And of course, from what you're seeing, hizi na kazi kona more power than what you got in the Yaris. Okay, so acha tuchungulie hapa nyuma, tuangalie what happens on this side. And basically from what you're seeing, the quality on the seats also will tell you a different story. Is in a car, they are nicely done. At least it has a few things here and there. ISOFIX, a number of some points to put your safety belts into. Ukitaka fold the seats, you just press this button here and the seat folds nicely. Okay, yeah. And then ukiwa umekaa hapa, angalia, at least you have legroom hapa na pale. I think it's more of the same. Pia it's a bit constrained hapa na pale. On the other side it feels the same. Paka there is this hump, so mkiwa mmekaa watatu, huyo hapa kidogo atakuwa a bit more constrained, but kama ni mtoi, perfect for them to sit down here. Acha nionyeshe the boot space, alafu niambie whether you guys have seen kama hii iko much better ama it's almost the same size as this. Ukiangalia hapa, this is what you get. It's almost the same, not so much difference. Maybe you can actively compare them together. So this is what you get. This one is a bit shallow, but this one looks to be a bit deeper. Okay, but the other one iko na length, hiyo ni mrefu kidogo, but this one is a bit shorter but deeper. Sawa. So in terms of storage space, hii inakupatia 380 liters of space, ile nyingine ilikuwa inakupatia 350. And then of course uko chini, of course you get your accessories, your wheel jacks and all that. Okay? So yeah, it depends actually on what you are looking for. Wale wa Toyota, I know they'll always choose Toyota. Wale wa Mazda Demio, they'll always go for Mazda Demio. But kama hii video imeweza kuchange your mind kidogo on which car you need to get, then yeah, it would be a good thing. Now I need to tell you why you should go for this or you should go for the other one. Now if you're looking for a car that is very practical, easy to maintain, with so many parts na pale kuna some very good reliability and also some good resale value, I can actually say you can go for that. That is what the statistics say. But chenye najua ni, if you have this, you can easily sell this than that, kwa sababu that is a new model, haziko nyingi in the market, and the starting price for that is a bit high. Okay, while you compare na hii, if I'm going to spend 1.65 million on that, I can get a 2020 Mazda 2 with all the optional features including leather seats, electric seats with memory, adaptive cruise control, premium infotainment system for 1.65 million shillings. And it mesema 1.6, but honestly I can say this car bei yake mzuri kabisa tunaweza pata hata na 1. I know mahali, okay, the price that I'm telling you ni showroom, but I can get you somewhere 1.43 million shillings for this. Okay, this trim 1.43 million shillings. This showroom asking for 1.6 million shillings, which is a bit high. That one I'll be honest. For this, huku wanaulizia 1.8 million shillings, but I know the price of this car somewhere else is around 1.65 million shillings. So if you have 1.65 million shillings, you can buy a premium Mazda 2. You can go for a premium Mazda Demio for 1.55 million shillings. So in terms of resale value and pricing, this one wins kidogo because it gives you value for money. But wale wanaangalia practicality, reliability, na nini, availability of parts, they'll always check that side. But when you amenunua Mazda all along, complaints imekuwa kidogo hapa na pale because there are some parts which honestly utazipata sana hapa in Kenya. But for Toyota zimekuwa in the Kenyan market for so long, parts ziko all over. East Africa parts za Toyota ziko all over as compared to what you get in a Mazda Demio. But if you're looking for a sporty car, very agile, comfortable with some very good response, Mazda Demio wins all day long. If you'd like to have the same thing on this, then you'll have to go for the high grade Toyota Yaris Sport. Okay, here inakupatia so many things, a lot of power, it's nicely tuned. You know, it's very, very thrilling even more than a Demio. But as that one comes with a cost of up to 2 million shillings. Okay, so it is slightly a bit more expensive. Ukiangalia mambo ya mafuta, the Mazda has Sky Active G technology, which improves on fuel efficiency and power output. That's why unaona ni 1.5 liter, inakupatia 110 horsepower, and you still get 16 to 18 kilometers per liter. While this inakupatia 1.5 liter pia, the same thing, but you get only 106 horsepower and you still get an average of 14 to 15 kilometers per liter, which is slightly lower fuel efficiency than this. And also when you compare the general performance of the kind, everything, this one is good. Now there is a Mazda 2 that we are delivering to Nairobi, niliweka full tank, and by the time we were reaching Salama, only 1 bar had gone all the way from Mombasa. So all that fuel tank ya Mazda Demio, ukika fuel tank hii inakufikisha up to 970 kilometers on a full tank ya around 32 liters and all that. But anyway guys, all these two cars are available for sale. Gari ziko fiti sana. There are several options you can always choose from. Right now niko na Mazda Demio za blue, kuna dark blue, kuna red wine which is fully loaded with white leather interior. If you'd like to have that, it's also available. There are so many Toyota Yaris, kuna ya blue, kuna Yaris Sport, kuna sijini Yaris GR ama nini. There are so many options for you guys to choose from. And of course, if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, share and subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel, because guys, this is what we do on a daily basis. We show you the best of cars that you can always purchase in Mombasa, Kenya. Now, ukinunua gari from me, unapata full tank. Mahali popote utakuwa unaenda. Yeah, so kama umenunua gari umeishiwa na kapesa kidogo, naweza kuwekea full tank to wherever you're going. Either it's a Mazda 2, whichever car it is, fuel tank as a token of appreciation. Sawa. So as always guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe, like and share. Thank you and see you in the next one.